Hey, what's up everyone? Josh Quinones here, and right here behind me is the TCL NXT FRAME TV. Now, let me just start off by saying this, that we here in the home have actually been really enjoying this TV so much that we went ahead and made it our main TV here in the living room. But right now, at the time of making this video, this TV is actually going for just around $1,000 for the 65-inch model that I have right here. And then if you want to go a little bit smaller for the 55-inch, that's going for around $800. And then the 75-inch going for around $1,500. And then the 85-inch going for around $2,800. So, I mean, not bad when it comes to the price, especially for this 65-inch model right here. Around $1,000, I mean, a pretty good deal if you ask me. So if you do find yourself interested in this TV by the end of the video, I'll make sure to have a link for you down in the description below so you can check one out for yourself. But first off, just starting off with the overall looks and design of this TV. First of all, super slim TV, sits up right against the wall like an actual picture frame. And yes, the super slim mount is included in the box, so you don't have to go out and buy your own mount or anything like that. Everything is included in the box. Now, I do recommend getting some help to hang this up because it does have some good weight to it. I had to do everything myself. I really don't have help to hang this TV up. So I was trying to do everything myself. And because of how heavy it was kind of hard getting in the hooks the right way by myself. So thankfully, you know, after some time had passed by, after trying it so many times to get it on there perfectly, my brother was able to come over and just help me lift it up and put it on. So I do recommend getting some help putting this TV up. But beautiful looking TV, like I said, super slim. You're getting that truly matte display, which is going to take away those reflections that you would get with a regular TV. Now, when it does come to the outer frame of this TV, one reason I really like this TV is because of the frames, because the frames actually match my flooring here in the house. So it kind of goes really good together. But the frames themselves are magnetic, so you can put them on there magnetically. You don't have to, you know, screw anything in if you don't want to. They do have some adhesive as well to help it stick on the TV better. But even without the frames themselves, the TV has this white color all the way around it. Even without the frames, the TV actually looks really, really nice. Now, I did forget to get a shot of the back of the TV before I went ahead and hung it up on the wall, but trust me, the back of the TV, it's looking really, really nice as well. It's got some cable management back there as well. And yes, everything plugs into the TV itself. It doesn't come with like a box with, you know, with something like the Samsung Frame TV would come with. You know how it comes with that separate box? Everything is plugged into the TV itself. So I do recommend kind of trying to plug everything in beforehand, before hanging it up on the wall, because if you don't do that, you will find yourself having to either take it back down or pull it out to plug it in. Now, it's not the hardest. I had to do that with, I believe I was plugging in my PlayStation. I think I forgot to plug my PlayStation in and the soundbar that I'm using right here. So I kind of just had to pull the TV out from the bottom. It won't fall down or anything as long as it's mounted on there good. So I had to pull it out, just kind of look under it, and then plug it in like that. It wasn't the hardest, but you know, it's not super convenient at the same time. So just keep that in mind. Now, when it does come to those ports in the back, we are of course getting that input for the power cable. We're also getting a USB 3.0 and LAN input, 4 HDMI inputs, 2 of those supporting 144 Hertz and the other 2 supporting 60 Hertz. And one of those HDMI inputs is also acting as an EARC. We're also getting a cable antenna input, USB 2.0, AV adapter, headphone jack, and an optical audio out. Now, I will say one bummer when it comes to the HDMI inputs is that one of the ports that supports 144 Hertz is the one that is also acting as the EARC. So if you happen to have a soundbar like I do here hooked up to the NXT FRAME TV right here, you're gonna take up one of the better HDMI ports that supports the higher frame rate. So if you have 2 game consoles like the PS5 and Xbox, which both support up to 120 Hertz, you're not going to be able to take advantage of that on one of the consoles, depending on which one you want connected to the 144 Hertz input, if you do happen to have a soundbar hooked up. So that's kind of one bummer there. So I thought I'd go ahead and mention that just in case you are someone who is going to use a soundbar with this TV. But if you just have one gaming console, then you'll be perfectly fine. And then of course you have the 2 other HDMI inputs. Now, this TV does support Dolby Atmos and Dolby Vision, and it is a QLED Pro display. And let me just tell you, when it just comes to overall picture quality with this TV right here, I mean, whether I'm watching a movie, watching a TV series, or just watching content on YouTube, YouTube, I mean, picture quality has been great on this TV right here. You're getting a nice, sharp image. I mean, you're getting great colors. I mean, the colors can actually really pop on this display right here as well. And one of the cool things about this display is that it's actually a matte display. So you're not getting a lot of those reflections that you would most likely get on a regular display TV, especially when you're watching those dark scenes. You know, when you're watching those dark scenes and maybe you have some light going on in the background, it's a lot easier to see those lights in the dark scenes. Well, with this TV right here, you can't really see them. It's more of like a blur. You still kind of see the lights, but it's more of like a blur, if that makes sense, if that's kind of a good way to describe it. But that matte display really helps hiding a lot of those reflections. So it's actually really, really nice. Now, I would say my only real complaint about the display on this TV right here is that it could be a bit brighter. Now, in a setting like this, you know, I don't got a whole lot of light going on. It's nighttime right now. I don't got the sun shining through the windows right now, or if I have the blinds open. So, I mean, it's more than bright enough right now, no matter what I'm watching. But it's during the daytime. If I happen to have, you know, the blinds open in the sliding door over there and then the other window over there, you know, that light's coming in against the TV right here, especially if the sun is coming right through those lights directly at the TV, I find it a little hard to kind of see what I'm watching at times, especially if it's more of those darker scenes. But if you're watching, you know, something that has nothing but bright scenes, you know, during the daytime, you'll have no problem seeing what you're watching. It's more when, you know, you got those dark scenes going on. But I will say that cartoons actually look really good on this TV. I mean, the colors look great, and it seems like it's more brighter when watching cartoons here on this display. But I mean, overall, just with overall picture quality, I mean, watching movies has been enjoyable. Well, like I said, watching TV shows has been enjoyable. Just regular 4K content on YouTube has been enjoyable, and even gaming. Now, when it does come to gaming, like I said, this is a frame TV. This wasn't really built for gamers, but I gotta say, even when gaming on this TV, you're still getting an enjoyable experience, especially if you're a casual gamer like myself. Like I said earlier, this supports up to 144 Hertz. Now, of course, you're only gonna be able to get that if you hook up a PC to this TV right here, but even with your PlayStation 5 or Xbox, you can still get up to 120 frames per second gaming. So you're still gonna get a smooth experience when gaming, and just like their Q series TVs, you're still getting that dedicated gaming bar on the NXT FRAME TV right here as well, so you can further customize your gaming experience. So that's still a nice little touch there with this Frame TV right here. So overall, just the gaming experience that you get from this TV right here is still an enjoyable one. Like I said, especially if you're just a casual gamer like myself, you're still going to enjoy your experience when gaming on this TV, especially if you get one of the bigger TVs. I mean, who doesn't like gaming on a bigger screen TV? But I mean, gaming actually looks really, really nice on this TV. Gameplay is nice and smooth, and it's still going to give you all the information that you need within that gaming bar, and like I said, all those other customization options. So gaming is really, really nice. But like I said, this is a frame TV, so of course this is supposed to be more like a decorative piece in your home, acting as artwork. So let's go ahead and jump into the TV and take a look at all of the artwork that this provides and kind of see how we can customize it to give you what you want, because they got a lot to choose from on here. So let's check it out. Okay, so going into the artwork here, there is actually a dedicated button on the remote to where when you press that, it's going to take you into the art section, as you can see here. So we got a gallery section, we got an AI art section, which you can kind of use to create your own artwork with the options that they have. We got a relax section and a moment section to where you can actually use your own photos as well. And I can pretty much make a whole video alone just on all of the art pieces that they have available here, but we'll go over a few of them. So we got kind of like a live wallpaper type of art, which will also give you background music. So let me go and turn up the volume. As you can see, so we got some live music playing there, and the wallpaper itself is a live wallpaper as well. And a lot of these wallpapers are like this, live wallpaper. So it's actually really cool. Look at this one. And it just looks really, really good on this display as well, truly making it look like it is a piece of art. Of course, you know, real art is not going to be live like this. No, this isn't Harry Potter or anything like that. But I mean, it still looks really, really good on this display. And it kind of just plays like in a loop. So you'll notice it start over and start over and start over after, you know, so many seconds of it playing. And then let's go ahead and go back. So we have, you know, those are the masterpieces. We have a museum art right here, Starry Night. I mean, this looks familiar to a lot of people, I'm sure. And, you know, there are a lot of these pieces of arts that aren't live as well. Like this one, this is a steel piece of art. So of course this is not going to be live and moving around like what we just saw, but look how beautiful this looks on the display. Now, if we go back, these are pretty much all going to be the same. You got your digital art, photography art, TCL art, and then you have all of your pictures, which is, there's 374 of them. And I mean, there's just tons to choose from. Look at all of these pieces of art, and it's all free. You don't have to pay a subscription fee or a monthly fee or anything like that. Not even a one-time fee. This is all the artwork that comes with the TV itself. I mean, there is just tons and tons. And then you have your AI art. So let's go and try this out. If we want to try, you know, watercolor smudges. So we can pick random, dream, gorgeous, all the way down to mysterious. Let's pick a gorgeous rainforest, I guess. And then it'll start creating it using AI. So let's see what it comes up with. Look at that. So you can either save it or you can retry it. So if we press retry, it's going to try to recreate something else for us. Another gorgeous rainforest. So look at that, looking really, really good. I'll go ahead and press cancel. Let's go back. So that is pretty much how AI artwork works on here. And then we have your relaxed kind of artwork. So this is one that we use a lot, which is the, let's see, where's it at? Let's see, winter fire. So it's just kind of like a fireplace, and it gives you, you know, it's a live wallpaper again. It gives you those crackling sounds in the background. Maybe you can hear it on the mic, as you can see there, and it looks nice. And all of these wallpapers are high definition. They look like they're 4K content. So you're not gonna have to worry about them, you know, not being high quality. All of these are high quality wallpapers. Look at this, you got the Sunset Coast. Look at how nice this looks right here. Let it load up. And now, of course, it's all going to depend on your Wi-Fi and how good your Wi-Fi is. Our Wi-Fi has kind of been off and on here in the home, so sometimes it takes a little bit longer to connect. But look at that. Look at how beautiful that looks. Just take a moment to appreciate how beautiful this looks. Really, really nice. So you got that, and then you also have your moments like I mentioned earlier. Now they do have some that is already provided for you. So if I click on this actually looks really nice and kind of goes with, you know, kind of the theme that we have here in the home. And it just looks really nice. And you can kind of set this up how you want. You do have your different settings for, you know, each section, I guess I would say, for your relax section, your AR art section, and your gallery section as well. And then if I press the little art logo down there on the left, resources loading, and it'll take you to whatever you set as your default. So this is kind of like our little default artwork that it'll automatically go to on its own. So as you can see, I mean, there are tons of artworks to choose from if you do plan on setting this up and using it throughout the day as an art piece. Now, I will say that this will not go into that art mode automatically. You will have to go into it yourself and pick the art that you want. Now, I believe it was with YouTube, and this is the only thing that I noticed, is that when I was on YouTube and had a video on pause, after so much time, it did go into a piece of artwork on its own, but anything other than that, it does not automatically go into that art mode. So you are going to have to go into that yourself. So I thought I'd go ahead and just mention that, because I know there are other TVs that will automatically go into that art mode for you. Now, you're probably wondering what the sound is like on this TV, because I know you noticed that I do have a soundbar connected to this TV, and I did mention it earlier as well. But I will say, without the soundbar here, the sound is actually pretty good on the TV. It gets nice and loud. It's got a nice crystal clear sound to it, but I will say it doesn't really have a lot of low end to it. There is no built-in subwoofer to this TV like there is on their Q series TVs, which I can understand, because the TV, you know, it's right up against the wall like a picture frame. But other than not having, you know, a good amount of low end or bass, the sound is pretty good. But I do recommend getting a sound bar like the one I have here. The sound bar I have here is actually from TCL, and I've already done a full review of this sound bar right here. I really enjoy using it with any TV that I have, and I'll drop a link to that review video down in the description below. I'll just drop a purchase link down in the description below as well, in case you do want to check it out for yourself. But I do recommend using using a soundbar with this TV if you do want to get, you know, the best sound experience possible. Okay, so just taking a quick look at the UI here and checking out performance. Now, as you can see here, this is a Google TV, so of course we are going to be greeted with that Google interface. But when it just comes to overall performance of this TV, I mean, it is a smooth experience, as you can see here. No problems with lag or pausing on me or anything like that. It doesn't try to catch up with me. It actually stays with me really, really good when just scrolling through the TV itself. So there's that Google homepage. Of course, we have live TV as well. Let that load up here. Get all of your live channels. And you can see this matte display at work right now, because usually in those dark areas right now, you would be able to see my reflection in a regular TV with a, you know, a non-matte display. But here, you know, I'm moving around right now in the background and you cannot even see my reflection at all in this matte display. So like I said, it does a really good job at hiding those reflections. I even got, you know, lamps right here in the background, which you would normally see in the display. But like I said, it does a good job at hiding a lot of that. So like I said, you got live TV here. You got your apps section, which, you know, like I said, this is a Google TV. So all of the apps that Google provides, you'll be able to download here on this, you know, within this app section as well. And then going up to library, we have our library section, TCL section, and then of course your actual settings, screensaver inputs, picture, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth accessibility, you got your notifications. But yeah, overall performance, I mean, as you can see, it's smooth. It's smooth. Unless, you know, like I said, if your Wi-Fi is not good enough and you're just trying, the TV itself is trying to load stuff as you're going, that would probably be the only time where it kind of pauses and of course it has to load. But other than that, I mean, performance is great. The UI is great. I have no complaints with this part of the TV whatsoever. Now, just quickly taking a look at the picture modes here. Of course, we have Vivid, we got low power mode, smart HDR mode, we got a sports mode, movie mode, and then back to Vivid. And I would say my favorite out of the bunch here is Vivid and smart HDR mode as well. I mean, in my opinion, those look the best on this TV and the brightest as well. And then of course, if you're watching something that supports Dolby Vision, you're gonna get your Dolby Vision Bright, Dolby Vision Dark, and Dolby Vision IQ as well. And out of those, I would say my favorites have to be the Dolby Vision IQ and Dolby Vision Bright. But most of the time I am using the Dolby Vision IQ. And then if we take it over to sound, of course we get different sound modes like standard, we get sports, game, voice, music, and movie. So those are your different sound modes as well. Okay, so checking out viewing angles here. As you can see, I got something really colorful going on, so we can see if we're gonna lose some of that color, some of that detail. So of course, starting off at the center here, everything is looking good. Everything is looking beautiful. Starting to walk over to the side. Now this is where my couch is right here. If I were to sit down on my couch right here, this is the angle of the couch on the side. And as you can see, the color, I mean, it doesn't look as vibrant, of course, as if we're in the center, but I mean, we're still not losing a lot of the detail in the picture, and the picture quality still looks really good as well. The colors are still looking good, even though they're not as vibrant as when we are in the center of the TV, as you can see over here. And then if we walk over to this side, a little bit further, here's my other chair. So if I were to sit down over here, this is my viewing angle for that one right there. And as you can see, I mean, the picture still looks good. But I mean, if we go over to the far left here, as you can see, you're still going to be able to see what's going on the TV itself. Of course, nobody's going to be sitting like this, but this is just to kind of show you guys what the viewing angles are going to be like with this TV right here. So not too bad at all in my opinion. Now quickly taking a look at the remote itself, it's actually a really nice looking remote, all white just like the TV itself. Of course you got the volume buttons here on the side along with a mute button. Got the dedicated art button up there at the left, power button, the Google Voice Assistant button, your account button settings. Of course you have your trackpad, home button, TV cable button, back button, and then you got dedicated buttons down there at the bottom for the channels and Netflix and YouTube, a little bit of TCL branding there at the bottom. But overall, very nice premium looking remote. It is a plastic build though, it is not a metal remote, nice and lightweight as well. But overall, I think it's a very nice looking remote for this TV. So overall thoughts, I'll just say it like this. This is definitely a TV that I can recommend, especially for the price that it is going for right now at the time of making this video. I mean, it's got great picture. It looks beautiful in any room that you have it, especially with the frame or even without the frame. It's still a beautiful looking TV. Like I said, it also comes with the super thin mount to go right up against your wall, so you don't have to go out and buy your own mount. I mean, just the overall experience with this TV has been a great one so far, and like I said, I can definitely recommend it. So if you want to pick one up for yourself, I'll make sure to have a link down in the description below so you can go ahead and do that. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. Have you found yourself wanting to get a Frame TV? Would this be your first time getting one if you were to pick this one up, or have you had some in the past? What do you think just about overall Frame TVs just in general? Let me know down in the comment sections below. Thank you all so very much for watching. If you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. Thanks so much for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.